Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is Shop My Stash update and product change for the month of April. So finishing March, I still have this in my stash. Really have enjoyed using this palette. I've gone into it a good few times. As you can see, there is a fair few dents here and there. Really like this palette a lot. It's a really nice palette. I also, let's move that out, had the soap palette in there. I'm still in love with her second palette because I don't know. I like this palette, the first one she did, but I don't know where to go with it half the time, and I just don't feel it, to be honest. It's a nice palette, but it's not really a favourite anymore. It's just, I don't know where to go with it, so I took that out within the first week. I just swapped it out, and I placed in this one, the Angel Heart palette, which I have done a look already with on my channel, so I'll either link it in the information cards up here or in the description below. So yeah, I've been using this quite a bit and I really love this palette. It's just gorgeous, deep berry red shades, and it's really nice. Another palette I had in my Shop My Stash is the Vibing palette from Makeup Obsession, and I do like it. I still don't like these two pink shades. They're just very meh. They don't seem to have much pigment in those two at all. They look very like you've got nothing on your lids, to be honest, and I'm a bit disappointed in that because they look lovely shades, but they just don't work for me. The rest of the shades are absolutely beautiful, and so I did go in a few times with that, and I was using that as brow powder as well. So, because it's quite a nice deep cool tone brown. So yeah, I went in with that a few times. So I still had the highlighter palette from W7, Strobe Time. And as you can see, I have hit pan quite a lot now because I love that shade. I have been using this one because it's a blusher as a shimmer topper, and I really like that. Don't really use that one a lot, but a little bit, and I just don't use that because I don't do bronzer, especially that tone. I would look a bit weird. So my blusher palette is still in there. I have tried that as a contour, but it's a little bit on the warm side, so I went back to my usual, but I have tried it. But I have gone in with every one of these shades, and I seem to favour this one, and this one, and I use the pink here and there, but I do favour these shades because I do like their tones. So as you can see, I really do like those shades because they are just really pretty and I like them. So I am keeping that in my Shop My Stash anyway. So that's going back in. Yeah, let's get a wipe. Come on out. Ooh. Always happens. You've got the last wipe in the pack, and it's very difficult to get one beforehand to leave the last one in, if you get what I mean. So I'm having a good lot of change up this month because you do tend to get a bit bored if you don't. So I am staying with that blush palette, as I said. I'm also keeping this palette in there because I really do like this. everything's falling. I have this for my contour, so I'm going to keep using that until it is gone. And then I'll need another contour because I haven't got anything cool toned. I am staying... Okay then, falling around. So I'm staying with this Oath Cake lipstick to use this up. And I brought out the Soft lipstick in syrup because I want to start using that. I have a new concealer, so I've been using this. The Conceal and Define from Revolution in the shade C2. And it's not bad actually. I really do quite like it. But it just seemed that you'll use it really quickly because I'm already down to there. So that stays in anyway. Not necessarily part of Shop My Stash, but you know, it's in there. So I want to get on with using some concealers I've got in stick format. So first I want to use up the cover stick from Collection. And I've made good progress, as you can see. I do like this still, it's a very nice concealer. And also I want to use up the matte base concealer from Revolution. What shade is this? C1. And I've made fair progress on that, and I kind of like it. It's not my favourite, but you know, I do like it. My foundation is a matte base from Revolution in F05, and I do prefer F1 in that, but I'll be using that until it's gone. I also have the Rimmel Breathable Lasting Finish foundation, and that is to, yeah, where you can see it is to about there, and that is nice. It's lovely and light. I like that. It's not full coverage or anything, but sometimes I don't want full coverage, especially if you sat in the house. You don't necessarily need full coverage. So I'm continuing using this as a setting powder to set my eyes because it does the job. So I'm going to carry on with that banana powder. And I have now got to get a setting powder out the drawer, and I forgot to just go over and get it. So what I'm going to use up next is my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the compact, and I'm going to use that up next because this is, can you see that? That is the only little bit of product I have left. I love this powder. It's messy, but I do like it. And when Aldi have this in again, I'm picking it up. So let's get on to this. So I'm going to be keeping my SS1 in there. It's just my regular daily mascara. I'm going to take this out. I did put this in randomly, the Makeup Obsession topper. It's okay. I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I had actually placed this in my stash, and it's shade Blue Iris. It's a Stay Matte liquid lip colour from Rimmel, and I do like this now, and this is so comfortable on the lips, so I'm going to continue using that, even though the application I do is probably atrocious most of the time. I have introduced this because my other concealer I was using to prime my eyes is all gone, and this is the MUA Pro Base Eye Primer, and I really like this. I really do like it. It has got a bit of a shimmer. I would have preferred a matte base, but I'm not mad about that. And yeah, I do like it. 7.5 mils of product. I'm guessing it's going to be used up quite quickly. Let's put those there. I bought out another eyebrow pen. The one with the 3 forks. And it's in the shade dark brown. And I've been using that. And that's okay, so that's staying there. I also want to swap out these 2 lipsticks for something else. So if I get the ones I'm keeping over there, that'll be easier for me. I added this lipstick, and this is the Amazon Find Matte Lip Chubby, and it's in a dark brown shade. And I added that because I've gone into dark brown lips. I don't know why, I never used to, but I'm actually quite liking it. So that's staying in there. My usual 3 eyeliners are just going to stay in there if I don't drop it. And this, so I'm trying to wonder what that is. I think it's because of the product's just scraped off, but it looks like there's something in there. Very strange. So this is a lip gloss from My Hot Revolution, which I got in my chocolate vault, and this is in raspberry. I'm going to swap this out for this time, so let's put them over there. So guys, I have some eyeshadows here. Now I'm keeping this in the Shop My Stash because I'm loving it so much. So that's going back in. I'm going to be putting in there also the I Heart Revolution White Chocolate Palette, which looks like this. And the reason I am doing that is because some days I just want a quick neutral look. I have to say some of these shades look like I've seen better days, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the formula. I shall find out. So I'm going to be putting that in. Then for a bit of colour, I'm going to be putting the Jack palette in. So that is going in there. So I'm in a bit of a struggle getting everything to sit up. It's not one of my days, is it? Before I started filming this, the old camera, the iPad just washed out completely. I don't know what happened to the whole resolution thing, but no matter what I did, it just made me look washed out. So I had to reboot and everything. So update on it yesterday, so it probably just threw it out a little. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to be putting the e.l.f. Bite Size palettes in this one. So quite a lot in the Shop My Stash for the month of April. So I'm going to be putting in the Cream and Sugar palette. I'm also going to be putting in the Very Bad palette. And the clumsy bugger today. So also putting in the Hot Jalapeno palette because I really do like greens. And also the palette I have no idea how you pronounce. ACR, what? I don't know. So anyway, this palette here. I'm going to be putting in those. And also, I'm going to be adding quite a few lip products. So I've got about 3 products here from Amazon Find, and there's a berry colour, putting in a deep matte purple one, and I'm also placing in a kind of like a peachy pink toned one. Also, I'm going to be putting in this lip gloss from Essence, and the name is actually worn off now, but just a simple lip gloss, bit of glitter in. I'm also putting in this lip gloss from I Heart Revolution. It also seems to have done the same thing. I do not understand. In the shade Marshmallow, and it is a kind of a pinky nude shade. It looks a little bit off that on camera, but it is actually a pinky nude. And another Rimmel chubby crayon thingy, and this is another berry kind of colour. The shade name's worn off, so I have no idea what it is. So they're also going in my Shop My Stash. So quite a lot to play with there. So that is what I'm going to be using for the month of April. I am going to go. If you enjoyed this video, please press the thumbs up button. It really helps with my YouTube algorithm. Please also, while you're there, consider subscribing and press the notification bell so you will be notified when I upload new content. I will see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Sing it out at street level.